Hey YouTubers, I'm making this video to show you guys my new HD camera. It's a JVC Everio model GZ-HD620BU. It's a high definition camera. So here it is. It's a nice small little camera, but it's really powerful. It's got a 120 gigabyte hard drive. You've also got the option to put in a memory card. When you open it up over here, you can access the viewfinder and the menu. The media card goes over here inside underneath this flap. So right now I'm currently using the hard drive, and eventually I'm going to buy the memory card. You got to get the proper memory card for this, at least a class 4. If you don't, it may not record fast enough onto the card. You may get problems. So the menu is all laser touch over here. You don't actually push a button, you just put your finger in front and it brings the menu. You can adjust the video quality if you want. If you bring it all the way up, I believe it's for Blu-ray. Right now I've got it in XP mode, which is one of the highest resolutions. And everything else is on there. It's got time-lapse recording. Time-lapse is when you see on TV sometimes the clouds moving really quick, or sunset. Now I think if you'd be recording a sunset, you would go to 80-second intervals. So it's got wind cut option. When it's windy outside, you don't want the wind to be making a bunch of noise inside your video. You just apply that, and all these settings are there. Media setting, so all that. I'll go out of here, and you can take snapshot pictures with it as well. Just by pressing this button here, you can go from video mode to snapshot mode, info, export, and this is playback mode to play the videos inside your camera. And if you press info, it'll tell you what's left on the hard drive, and it tells you what you're recording on. Right now I'm recording on the hard drive, so it says that. It tells you how many hours and minutes you got left to record in each mode. If I go to the lowest mode, I can put up to 50 hours. In the highest quality mode, I think it's 11 hours. This feature here is for stabilization. When it's green like that, and if you're recording and shaking, the camera actually takes a bit of that out of the video when you play it back. So it's good when you're walking or something like that. Now if you go over here, you can zoom in or out just by putting your finger on the screen here. And you can also zoom in or out by using this button over here. And here's the snapshot button for taking pictures. You can attach your tripod under here. Another feature as well is if you go to menu, you can access the light through here. It's just a little wee light, as you can see there, but it sure brightens up the image when you're recording. It's a bit of a pain I find to go in the menu and turn the light off. I would actually prefer a switch. Now when you shut this, the camera goes off. An automatic lens cap protects the lens. The battery is a lithium-ion battery, just a small wee battery like that. It came with a remote control as well. Here's where you plug in your charger and the USB cable to download your pictures or videos. And the zooming features on this camera are awesome. You can zoom in on a subject from far away, and when you're zoomed in, it's clear. So here's the model number, GZ-HD620BU, made by JVC. And this camera actually feels a bit robust. It's not too cheap. You wouldn't want to drop it, but it's got some substance to it. And the HD quality is awesome on it. Now when I started editing the high definition video, I realized that my computer is not quite up to par to editing this video. So the video that you saw on my last Q&A, number 31, I had to transcode the files into an MPEG-2 file to be able to edit it in my video studio program. The raw files coming out of this camera are .mts files, and when I try to edit them, I have a hard time doing that. So I have to transcode them, and sometimes you lose a bit of quality doing that. The video in the last Q&A turned out pretty good, so I'm going to have to upgrade my computer or buy a new one to be able to edit the files raw out of the camera, and then I don't have to transcode them more than once. Now my computer has an Intel Pentium D925 processor. Apparently it's dual core, but it's one of the first dual cores that came out, and I think it only achieves that through hyper-threading, they told me. So I have to replace a processor with an Intel Core Duo of at least 1.83 gigahertz, or get a new computer. So I'm kind of debating what to do here. So I'm going to try to get an Intel Core Duo processor of at least 1.83 gigahertz, or buy a new computer. So I'd like to get a used one because it's a lot cheaper, and I don't really want to spend too much money in an older computer. So what I realized is when I went to edit my videos with my Corel Video Studio program, I have version number 12, I had to upgrade to version X3, which is the newer version, to be able to transcode my videos into HD, and that software there requires at least an Intel Core Duo processor. So that's where I'm having a problem. I have a 256 megabyte video card from ATI and 2 gigs of RAM in my computer, but there's still a little problem when I play back the files in project mode in my video editor. So if you know where I can get a good used processor for cheap, let me know, I'd appreciate that. So it's got to be an Intel Core Duo, at least 1.83 gigahertz. If you got one that you can sell me for a good price, let me know. And at this point, I'm slowly transitioning all my videos to HD. I can still edit them, but like I said, I got to transcode them twice before I upload them on YouTube. I'd like to be able to only transcode them once. So once I've got my computer upgraded, I'll be able to do that. Hopefully the quality will be a little bit better, but the last Q&A video was pretty good considering I had to transcode them twice. So I'm really happy with this camera. I would definitely recommend it to anybody out there who's looking for an HD camera. If you have any tips on HD video editing, just post a comment below this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you